them what he was going to do, and they choose him. It's not that he hid it, he told them. So that now the job is already done. They have to live for it for 4 years. And mark my word, if you live and I'm gone, which I hope I'm around to see, is that there'll be gnashing of teeth. You understand what I'm
Wailing
saying?
and a moaning and a gnashing of teeth. Yes, Anita.
Exactly. Trust me. You my word today. What's the date of today?
The 25th of November.
Right. Oh, good. And you'll see that. And on the other part of it is that we are living in the days that the Bible say, and if we believe in the Bible, we can take out some what we want and leave what we want. These are the days when these things are expected. You understand what I'm saying? So we just have to live with it, roll with the punches. Some will catch you, you will hit back some, and some will miss you. You understand what I'm saying to you?
You see what she's talking, mommy? Yes, second what I understand.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the preachers. I don't understand. They will tell you that the world is going to end and Christ could come tonight. But here, check the bank account. So where they going to do with the money if he coming tomorrow? And they have $1 million house today, and then within a few days they have a $5 million one. So if they tell you that Christ coming tomorrow, them alone gonna live to spend the money. They get up there and they tell you don't commit fornication, don't commit adultery. They telling you how to live, but then next thing, he up there and he can't wait to come down to play pretty and blessing Sister Bachel, but you whispering in her ears at 3 o'clock, meet me here. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, which way do you go? You just have to lean on your own understanding in certain things.
Right. Okay. So you see with that last part and going back to the politics. So I guess really and truly, yes. So even though that is what was presented in a sense, it's for me to extract what is important, right? And forget about
and I respect your opinion.
Right. I suppose, yeah. But Anita.
But that is not it, because he has to fight his way. And his job is to point out the weakness of his opponents, why you want to put them there. And their opponents is to discard all the good that he is doing. You understand? And I'm talking not because I'm a that is their job. If they go there and say, oh, he's all nice, well, then we keeping him. And if he get up there and only say the good things and he don't point out their weakness, we say, okay, let me give somebody else a chance.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying to go up and say anything nice and I just saying don't say nothing at all, you know? But I see both sides. I see both sides. I honestly do.
Yeah, but you have to. That is politics. It is not polished, my dear. Don't expect it ever to be. And Dr. Thompson will tell you that. Okay, my dear. I would give somebody else a few minutes and I'll catch you tomorrow, ladies.
All right, not a
Dianna,
problem.
how you doing?
I am here.
I'm not hearing you much this morning.
I'm not feeling so well, but I am here. I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. Well, God bless you and plead the blood, make the sign of the cross and ask God whatever it is, to take it away. Yes, we are human and trials will come, whatever is bothering you. Don't worry about the things you can't change. Worry about changing the things that you can.
Yes. Oh, okay? Look at you sounding so deep, Anita.
Joshua, good morning, my friend. And I hear Kojo for the morning. All right, ladies, I'll catch you tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, Dianna, and jump and make a smoothie, man. Get some get a piece of pineapple, a piece of papaya, and a piece of olives, and blend it with a little ginger, man, and you will be sprightly by tomorrow. You come kicking and dancing, all right? Take care, my love. Have a good one.
You too, thanks.
You're welcome.
All right.
I haven't heard Anne for the morning. Anne, is where you're there. It's...
All right. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, my lovely lady. How are you doing?
I'm fine. And how are you? Let me go down my nice voice.
So far. Good morning to Dianna. I hear she says you have a belly problem or something?
Dave, I didn't say that tonight. It's interesting that you said that. I didn't. I just said I wasn't feeling well. I just said I wasn't feeling well.
Oh God, I ain't hearing you all properly at all.
Oh.
Anyhow, I just wanted to say good morning. Now is the time for all kind of bacchanal confusion, politically speaking, across the country, across the nation. And boy, yesterday was such a disaster as far as I'm concerned. Listening to the cheap politics, tomfoolery, and all of that. It was
how to please all, yeah? How to please all, you? Dave?
Hello?
What were you looking for? How to please all, you? What were you looking for?
Please, this is Dave Robert speaking, and me ain't there in no company when it comes to our politics. Politics is a serious, serious thing. And if my intelligence tells me something, I am not going to stick around with no nonsensical thing coming from people who are supposed to know better and do better. But yesterday was a real disaster, and I want that to be heard to all those.
All right, Dave, let me just ask you, right? I'm real curious. Dave, in what way was it a disaster? I just want, just enlighten me. Or from your vantage point, where was
it? But just briefly, the same dosage is coming over. What was the bright spot? What did you gather yesterday? What do you feel happy about? Tell Dave Roberts, and let me feel happy too.
Well,
Tell Dave Roberts.
Who you want to say? Me? Or you want them to say it?
Yeah.
No, I can't say because I ain't said. Yeah, I taken you because I want to know from your thoughts why it was a disaster. The reason for you saying that.
I said there was too much nonsense.
Okay.
Things coming over and over, all kind of dirtishness you're hearing. I was looking for something new.
Okay. All right. I get you.
Nothing new.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. I get you.
Dianna. Dianna.
I know you have a defender there.
Yes. I'll come in. I've been having some.
I expect him to support all of that. Anyhow, gone. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, that's right. It's understandable. Yeah, the Dianna is understandable.
Okay, bye, Dave. Okay, let's see. I'm so sorry, Dave. Enjoy the rest of your day, please.
Yes. I would like Dave to enjoy the rest of his day, the rest of his week, because what happened almost every single year, conventions always seems to give Dave a bellyache. I'm not saying you have a bellyache, but it gives him a bellyache, a headache, all kind of aches, and he considers a disaster not for the people who had it, but a disaster for the other part. That's how he looked at it. And, it's really unfortunate that there are these divisions, just like in the United States, in any country, there are people who support one entity and there are people who support the other. In England, it's the Labour Party, Conservatives, and so on. So, Dave, we understand the situation. We hope that you feel better. We know that it may have given you a big headache. If you need a doctor to treat that, I know of a good one. I know of a good one who's a friend, and I won't do any harm to you because
I don't think they will trust your word.
we need your no Dave has no other. He always tells me I should never go into politics. I should have stayed as a doctor. I think I saw his father. If I could say that, I shouldn't say that on air. So I've been around a long time, but it's the people who would support one side, another side, and people who are in the middle, basically maybe undecided or fed up of one thing or the other, and that's a fact of life.
Mm-hmm. All righty.
Okay then. So, interesting. We had a topic we wanted to discuss. We're going to head into the topic at this time. No.
Okay.
We're going to head into the topic.
We're not dealing with the jokers are on this morning.
Someone else will collect it. I'm sorry. So, I came across this article and it was talking about persons being digital hoarders. Right? In this new age of technology, when we have our phones and we receive messages, we receive videos, pictures, and all those sorts of things, there's a question of are you a digital hoarder? And do you consider yourself a hoarder? Now, who would be considered a digital hoarder? That would be somebody who is collecting a lot of digital information, some of it very unnecessary, and keeping it there on their devices for extended periods of time, including things that are not necessary. I feel like I'm reading out my verdict.
This is because you started to kind of laugh and hesitate. So I feel it's
yes,
you. It's you
I
talking
came
about.
across this and I was like, wow, Dianna, you have a problem. So if you are like me, let me get into it. Let me bring it to me so you could probably understand a little bit better. After I read this article, I realized that I do think that I have a problem with digital hoarding, because right now my Google Photos is full and my Google Drive is full to the point where I can't receive any emails, and I have a bunch of pictures and a bunch of videos from as far back as 20. I'm not gonna say because I'm so embarrassed, but now I realize that I have to go and take some time and sit down and go through my phone and clear up. It's actually an issue, because right now I have 2 emails. My old email is full. That's why I had to create a new one. It turns out that my old email is what I use for my Netflix, and I have an issue with my Netflix where I can't get into the Netflix, and I can't solve the problem because my email is too full and I cannot receive the email that they're sending to me to fix the issue. So I do believe that I am a digital hoarder, because I am one of those persons who would see something screenshot and think, yeah, I'm going to share this. And when I check my phone, I realize that I have screenshots dating back years that I screenshotted to send to somebody or to post, and they never got there, but they're still in my device, taking up space. And I cannot bring myself to delete some things. I just think, yeah, I'm going to need this. Okay, I'm definitely going to need this. And for people, if you're out there and you're listening and that sounds like you, we have a problem, okay?
From an association. All right. So Dianna is correct. I think that many of us are guilty of being digital hoarders. And we also have to look at it in the case where there are times when we feel as if we have to stay connected with everything. I remember when I made the point about me signing out of things like Facebook and Instagram, and you looked at me like, sign out? Like, who does that, you know? But one of the reasons why it is that I do it is because I do not like I don't like intrusion in that sense. And I feel like if I have to constantly be getting a notification or getting an alert, it's going to stop me from whatever it is that I'm doing and focus on that, you know? So for me, I tune out. And part of the hoarding could also mean that, because it's going to break you down mentally when you feel as if you always have to be in, you always have to be on alert. You always have to check this message that's coming in. It does break you down mentally because you are distracted. And when you get to the end of the day and you realize that you haven't accomplished much, and why? Because you're constantly doing things on your devices, you know? So some of the things that we need to do as many persons, I also am guilty of running out of storage. I really couldn't be bothered. Whenever it is I get the notifications, I just scroll them out, and I said I will deal with that at another time. I truly cannot deal with seeing notifications about cleaning up your inbox. I'll do that when I'm ready, right? I'll do it when I'm ready. But so these are things that we have to be mindful of. And, you know, sometimes it's also a part of us learning how to let go. Many of us hold on to physical things. Many of us hold on to things within our mind. Many of us are holding on to now that transference in terms of digital information. We're holding on to things digitally, thinking that we are going to use them later on. And many times we actually don't. We actually forget that they exist. You know, so sometimes we just have to take a kind of stock of ourselves, asking ourselves sometimes are the things that we are accumulating, both physically, mentally, and digitally, do we actually need them? And how, in some ways, when we hold on to them, how are they actually impacting on our lives? Because some of us, you know, you're looking at something, you feel that you always have to be in tune. You go on social media, get upset, then you're upset for the rest of the day. All you had to do was tune out. All you had to do was just tune out, you know? So we also need to be able to set boundaries, detox when we need to, and live life in the now, in the present, and put on the phone sometimes.
Yeah.
Right, Doc?
I used to save books. I used to have a wall, when I lived in England, a wall full of books. I used to just go to these thrift stores and buy books, old books. And a lot of them I never read, but I thought I'd get around to read. And then someone told me, someone close to me told me, I'm a hoarder of books. Today, you wouldn't think that way, you know? As a matter of fact, when you go back to the ages, memorabilia of sports teams, the different jerseys they had, the different hats they have, memorabilia that sell for a certain price, 50, 60 years old, letters, George Washington's letter, Booker T. Washington, all these things tell us a lot about what exists in a period of time. I think the solution has been our reluctance to increase our storage and the ability, how quickly it's able to be done on. I have one of my main emails. I didn't increase the storage. You're telling me this is the way to do it. It would have cost me a little bit of money. I didn't do it either. And that's the way in which they do it. But think about it. The information we had access to, let's say 40 years ago, was minimal compared to the wide range of knowledge we're exposed to today. And I think it's good. When I get information, some of it is bad, some of it needs some detoxing and so forth, yes. But there's so much nice things that people send me. Really, you send me nice things. I mean, I tell you something, there are nice things that people send that lift my day sometimes. And, I may not be able to handle all of it or read all of it, but it puts a smile on my face and I don't mind it. So I don't like the word detoxing. I think, on the other hand, there are people who are not engaged enough. The people who are not cybersecurity aware, the people who are not using the digital economy, do their taxes, to pay the bills, to do this and do that and do that. And that's where the world is going. And we need more digital engagement rather than only detox. So we do need some detox and some lack of hoarding. But I think hoarding, the term digital hoarding, the things you mentioned, I don't consider as being part of hoarding. I want to refer back to 2014. I want to refer back to 1994 when I first got my first email, my DOS. But I don't have that information. And I tell you, there was some valuable stuff that was sent to me, some valuable stuff from important. I took a picture with Hillary Clinton and I tried to save it and I didn't save it. So I would love to get that picture back. I would love to get a picture back with several people that I took pictures with, both important and people who, when I visited Africa or whatever the case may be. I've lost all of that. So I would love to hoard it more. But maybe I need bigger storage for that.
All right, well, there you go. Both sides of the discussion. Always good to engage in both sides. All right. So, Doc, we are going to head on out of this segment. And of course, we thank you for joining us this morning. Our favorite co-host.
I must leave. I must leave early, as you know. I'm traveling, but don't say too much about that. But lovely being with you ladies. It's always my pleasure. It makes my day. And I'm gonna save today's program. Don't call it hoarded. I'm gonna save today's program. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Take care, Doc, and be safe where you are. All right. So we are ending our Talk to Us segment for today and heading into today's Community Dateline.
Nothing